Now look, my father, I told you, was head of the press earlier in Germany. And he always, before Hitler, wrote against Hitler. He spoke on the radio against Hitler. And so he was sure the Germans are in Holland, they will come immediately and look for me. Now, a lot of people, Dutch people, went to the sea, to IJmuiden, that's a city near the sea, and tried to get a boat for going to England. A lot of them arrived in England, like the Queen with most of her ministers. A lot of people caught a boat, but there were mines in the water and they exploded. And most of the people, like my father, didn't get a boat. And so 6 weeks he didn't come home. And when he saw nobody is looking for him, he came home again. I remember I had to stand at the toilet. Father and mother would...
Tear.
No, the haros. Destroy, thank you. Destroy all the papers that maybe could be dangerous. And I had to take down the bottom of the toilet. But nothing happened, and really till winter 41-42, there was one thing. Jewish people had to give in 3 things: our bicycle, our radio and our telephone. 3 very important things. But that was it. In meantime, everyone in Holland got an identity card, but we Jewish people got a big J for Jew also printed inside. And we got, one moment, it's the star, okay? And then in 41-42, in winter it started, the SS came with a list and would take people, Jewish people had to be at home from 8 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. And then when everybody was at home, they would come and catch Jewish people. Mostly with a list, sometimes without a list. And they were taken a whole family. And if you take a whole family, then you always think you are staying together. And look, they never would say we are killing all of you in Auschwitz with gas. No. They would say you are going to a working camp in the east. And that sounds a little bit different, okay? And the people, even at the beginning, were allowed to write a little postcard with 25 words in German. But look, if the old grandma is already dead, and your husband is working somewhere you don't know, and the baby is sick, if you write this down, this postcard stays with the censor and doesn't go through. So what did they write? The weather is nice and we are okay and hope to see you again or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes they try to write with a Hebrew word, but not everybody knew Hebrew. And we didn't know what is going on. And the funny thing is that Anne Frank, in her diary in 42, writes, they are killing Jewish people in Poland. And that is, today everybody didn't know. But if Anne knew it from the BBC, because the Queen from Holland spoke through the BBC, we had no radio. In Holland, for sure, you are not allowed to listen to the BBC, that's enemy. But a lot of people listened. And if in Holland you could know this, then Mr. Roosevelt, Mr. Churchill, and so on, they all could know exactly what's going on, by the way. And now it starts to be worse and worse, and every day a new law. We were obliged to read a Jewish newspaper at Thursday. Then always was written what was again forbidden. Because you never could tell a man of the SS, I didn't know. What you didn't know? You have to know. Take your rucksack, and the punishment was you are going to a working camp in the east. And what were the laws? We had to leave our schools. There were open several schools in the city, in the country. only with Jewish teachers, only for Jewish children. That we had to be at home, I said already. We couldn't buy in a shop, only in a Jewish owned shop, only from 3 to 5. So the vegetable seller can sell to everybody till 3 o'clock, and from 3 to 5 we could get the leftovers. We were not allowed anymore to a cinema, to swimming pool, to tennis, to coffee shop. Everything was forbidden. Even in a park, at the benches was written Jews and dogs not wanted, and so on and so on. Look, somebody maybe was once in Berlin. No?
I've been in Berlin.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see in the Schöneberger Viertel? That's a place in Germany, and there are these lamps, and up there in the whole area are 80 signs, and at every one is written one thing: Jewish people were forbidden. And people are not looking like this, so a lot of people don't know this at all. And there was written at one, in 42 you are not allowed to sell soap to Jewish people. And then we are dirty Jews, no? We were not allowed to have animals at home. The children that had to go to school more far than 3 kilometers were allowed to take a bus, the others not. And all 70 or 80 of these signs, so if you are there you have to read it, and you will know all of them. So that's really crazy, 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 but that was it was. And now my little sister was born 1940. In 10th of May the German army occupied Holland. My mother gave birth in October, and she was afraid. We had 3 very good Jewish hospitals, but she was afraid to go to a hospital because maybe the Germans could send everybody to Germany. So she gave birth at home. We had a Jewish obstetrician, a Jewish midwife, and as I told you, she lives happily today.